most crucial part of this match, bar none.
Shaun, your call, please. Head to the judges.
So Shaun has won the toss and has elected to go first in this battle of the final black ball. He'll be splitting cue ball and object ball side to side.
And you would think, given the way the frame transpired, he would be feeling the better of the two. The chance is there for Murphy to complete his second remarkable steal in 3 frames.
Well, this is the sort of shot you practice day in, day out, but this is not practice. Boom, what a pot from Shaun Murphy! And he gives it the big un! He absolutely loves it! What a moment that is! What a frame that could be!
Incredible stuff, especially following hard on the heels of frame 5. What a match, this first semi-final. A semi-final that began slowly is now turning into a classic. Shaun Murphy has plundered 2 frames from nowhere. It's not inconceivable that Murphy could have lost this match 6-1. As it is, he's only 4-3 behind. And bang in the reckoning.
Thank you, it's frame 8.
That really was one of the best frames, if not the best frame we've seen here in Saudi Arabia this week. An unbelievable dish from Shaun Murphy off an opening red that was just magnificent. What a frame. He's just fist pumped his way all the way to the bathroom to just calm himself down, and I'm not surprised. He got himself really pumped up there. The crowd were loving it. We were loving it. Pick a winner now.
Trump lost the 5th frame after Murphy needed a snooker. His response, a 93 break. He would love something similar here to re-establish breathing space. But what we've already found out this afternoon, what we've already been reminded of, is that great tournaments produce great matches. And this most certainly is.
We've not seen Shaun Murphy here on table 1 all week. He's been quietly going about business on the outside tables. Welcome the magician to centre stage, right where he belongs. That really was a masterclass frame from him. Judd Trump, how will he be regretting not going for that red down the rail? We'll soon find out. He's been tested once in this match, Judd Trump. The response he had to make 2 frames ago, he has to go again, because that one will have definitely hurt.
So much riding on this for Shaun Murphy. At the tail end of the season, he's going to lose all of his points.
If you come around from here, you can clearly see the gap.
For winning the Players' Championship and Tour Championship in early 2023. But 500,000 ranking points here, that would more than compensate. And if he did win the tournament, he would leave Riyadh as the world number 2, his highest ever world ranking. Best so far, world number 3. Well, we've had one re-rack. Are we going to see another one?
Both reds.
Well, it's touching ball. So forget the re-rack.
Shaun just needs to calm things down now. That last frame would have taken an awful lot out of him. It took a lot out of me watching. But he's got back into this match. He's got to refine that focus, refine that discipline. Try and keep pressure on Judd Trump. Ask him the question again. He's continuously come up with the answers, Judd Trump. That felt like such a big moment, that frame. And Shaun really tried to rub it in as well, give it the big one as he left the arena. I don't blame him, why not? Love to see it. It's what top class sport is all about. It shows how much they want it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Stephen. I think it's great to see players show their emotions and their delight. The crowd loved it as well. Sometimes, though, it can be counterproductive because it can rev the other guy up. So often when a player steals a frame, they get the first scoring chance in the next. That most certainly is not the case here.
You know, it was a tough pot anyway, but made more difficult by having to try to screw the cue ball back top side of the blue. So can Judd Trump get himself in here with one good pot with this rest? Yeah, well played.
Now, he called that one slightly too thin. That's why the cue ball has travelled a little more than he wanted it, and that's why it's close to a side cushion. This is fiddly.
So the red just slightly to the left and above the pink is just obstructing Judd's access to it into middle and corner pocket. He'd like to remove that at some stage, but he has got blue and pink to work off for the time being. You're about to find out exactly why Judd Trump is world number 1.
14.
Why he is the best player on planet Earth. To take what he has done in this match so far already, 2 particularly big frames, none bigger than the previous, and the way that he lost it, to then stand up and
90.
Go again, respond himself. He's got the chance here. Let's see if he can take it.
20.
Didn't seem the sweetest of contacts there, that's why he's short of the blue. But when it comes to avoiding ball colours and going in and out of that area of the table,
25.
no one is better than the man in play right now. Correct side of the blue this time.
33.
Another brilliant cannon to the pack of reds. Perfect control, pushing a couple more into play. Still only 38 points in front this frame. Plenty of work left to be done, but this is a chance to win the frame now.
So a couple of kisses there mean that this pink to middle is the real deal when it comes to pressure shots. Just had a feeling.
Judd Trump, 39.
So, a possible kink in the armour. Now can Shaun Murphy again step up and deal some damage to Judd Trump? By no means a frame clinching chance this, but what he can do is at least get himself back into contention. Take us the distance again in this frame. Well, that is no good, and he knows it. Trying to open things up there, get on the black, get that back on its spot when it's gone wrong, so pretty abrupt end to this contribution from Shaun. No damage done to the scoreboard, but has to take a second here, just realise he's got the chance to play a good safety shot, try and get Trump in trouble if he can.
Shaun Murphy, 7.
At least Murphy's achieved distance. Understandably, given the way this match has meandered and then suddenly come to life, it all seems a little nervy. You would expect nothing less.
Follow him is Shaun Murphy 4. Back in.
Giving 4 points away, just a minor hindrance. The main thing is to be delicate here. Marcel Lecomte, the referee, not looking to the heavens for inspiration. That's where the monitor is to tell him where the white was placed originally.
Okay. Yeah, you happy with that, Shaun? Thank you.
Delicacy called for, delicacy delivered. There will be no swift conclusion to this frame, Stephen.
It's gone very cagey, and I'm not surprised. Both players realise the importance of it. Judd wins it, he goes within one of a place in the final. If Shaun wins it, it becomes a best of 3. Huge prize at stake this week. Both players very close to getting into that final, get into that title match.
It was a good white. There is no disputing that.
Well, this would be some pot. Very, very tough from bang under the baulk cushion. No damage done though. Unless Judd can see this red just underneath the pink spot as a potential shot to nothing. There may be value in it with the green being slightly, well, being well off its spot. You can play trying to balk, knowing that he could get on that.
It went to the wire when these two met each other in the Riyadh season World Masters of Snooker last season. 4-3. Trump trailed 2-0 and 3-2, got the verdict in the end. This time it's Murphy who's trying to fight back. What a cracking pot, and any points that Trump can muster, given his already 29-point advantage, very useful given the total awkwardness of the majority of reds.
Four. Five.
Well, he's done very well to get where he has from where he was. 33 points in front. Black takes him to 40, but
Black one.
still 59 remain on the table, so he needs a couple of the safe reds anyway. As you said, Phil, just doing damage to the score, just taking those points away from Shaun Murphy.
12.
Sometimes a 40-point lead with 59 on can seem like nothing. You can be vulnerable if the balls are all in the open. This is a
12.
very handy advantage.
There may be a mini passage of play here of just keeping things very tight, very conservative, but at some stage Shaun will be playing safe off that little cluster around the pink. And if he gets that one shot right, he could put Judd in a lot of trouble.
He played that quietly because the last thing he wanted was the red to rattle around and the jaws go across the table and split up the others.
That's a big miss from Shaun, really. He was looking for a good angle on that blue to get into them reds. Possibly just had his sights on that. Forgot to pot the red. We won't be seeing Judd Trump open these balls. He'll be trying to find a thin edge if he can. That's okay. That's in behind the yellow.
Murphy is good friends with Mark Selby, and I tell you what, Selby would have been proud of that one. He's the king of that kind of shot. that, Stephen, is the constant danger when you play safe that way. The double kiss is always on.
Yeah, that's why he was trying to find a real thin edge on that red, Judd. And at first glance he thought he may have got away with it, but this red is available to left middle, right middle, sorry. It's just, can he control the cue ball enough? It's very thin. It always seemed unlikely he was going to find a nice angle on his colour, particularly blue, to get back down this end of the table, so going to be taking the scenic route. Well, that's not too bad. Can clip this red back, but his next positional shot is key. If he can pot this red and get nice on blue or bought colour, leave himself a favourable angle to get into those reds. This looks good. Well, that's very good. That's nearly perfect. I think he can just run this cue ball, preferably if he could pick just the right side of the pink. Yeah, that's a brilliant effort. Brilliant attempt. Slightly thicker contact, and he may have just brought the red slightly closer to this right corner, may have pushed the other red out as well a bit better. Brilliant effort from Shaun.
It was. I think Trump was fearing worse than that, though. This really is an abnormality. Shaun Murphy's rest play is letting him down.
It was not an easy shot, that. Very, very thin. Had all the equipment out. That added weight on the back of the cue makes a difference there. What a relief for Judd Trump.
But this straightforward blue will not be enough.
Yeah, we'll look at his options here as to whether there's value in potting a bought colour, trying to get closer to the red, or if there's value in just pushing a colour safe at this instance. If he pots a colour he's just taking the points, he needs to make sure he leaves himself nice enough to play a good safety shot on the red. Can't really get too close to it.
Will the magician delve into his spell book of escapology again?
Yeah, I miscounted myself there, actually. There was value in potting the blue. Obviously, where that black is on the side cushion means Shaun is 34 points behind. He needs a black off this red, which is very unlikely where it is. So Judd Trump very much in the box seat in this frame. He has to say it's been a very cagey frame, but a very important one.
Yeah, it's all about, as you said earlier, getting the W. Doesn't matter how it's achieved. Let me tell you, on these pockets, these unforgiving middle pockets, that was not easy. That was a really good frame ball to knock in. Shaun Murphy needs a couple of snookers.
Judd Trump. 1.
After what happened in the 5th frame and the 7th, Trump not falling victim to even the merest scintilla of complacency. I'll tell you what Trump's thinking now, Stephen. Not again.
Well, for a minute, I think Shaun probably thought that cue ball was going to hold up and Judd would have just got down and knocked that yellow in. Should be a straightforward enough escape for Judd. Well.
Foul. Shaun Murphy 4.
Could he? I mean, the colours on the table are in pretty decent spots to try and lay snookers, so Shaun Murphy will definitely fancy at least getting close to laying a good snooker. This isn't too bad either. This is a brilliant shot. Oh, that yellow's just crept on. He played a very good line there with the cue ball, Shaun. He was close to actually nailing Judd there.
This game plays tricks with the mind, even with the mind of the current world #1 and a former world champion. He just wants to get this frame out of the way. A frame, by the way, that's lasted 30 minutes. It's not been especially attractive, but it's been gripping. Stubborn Shaun trying to steal yet another frame. So Murphy gets Trump in a spot of bother. He's 31 behind, 27 on, so 1 4-point penalty and all the colours, and he'd force a respotted black for the second frame in succession. Now, Stephen, successive respotted blacks, they are a rarity.
Go on, you're eager to tell me.
I'm not, I don't know.
Yeah, it's very, very uncommon, but there's still a long way for Shaun to go here. It's not just laying the snooker, it's laying a very good one. It's all well and good getting that cue ball in behind a colour. If it's an easy escape for Judd, he will hit it. With that yellow finding the back of the leather, that surely now is the frame. So Judd Trump has battled hard. Just over 30 minutes of play this frame, but a very, very important one for Judd Trump to win, just to re-establish a comfortable lead in this match. He's now one away from a shot at the title.
The game seems easy again. Two playing dimensions for snooker. 12 by 6, the table, and it's the 6 inches between the ears. Judd Trump is 2 up with 3 to play. He's 1 frame away from the final, but I tell you what, this match is still to be won. Saudi Arabia is a country with 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's got numerous giga projects for innovative destinations of the future. Right now, one of the best places to be is right here to see this semi-final, because I tell you what,
take your seats, please.
it is gripping.
It's frame 9. Shaun Murphy.
Gripping is certainly the word I would use as well. You can't take your eyes off this one. In one way, you just fancy Judd to just get over the line here now. He's so used to winning. Feels like he may have just broken the back of this match with that previous frame. And then on the flip side, Shaun has just come back twice in this match with 2 unbelievable frames to win. Could there possibly be another twist in this tale?
Well, 5 previous matches between these two have gone down to the wire, down to a deciding single frame shootout. In fact, Murphy's last victory over Trump was 6-5 in the second round of the UK Championship in 2022. Since then, Trump has prevailed in 4 consecutive meetings.
Yeah, very good weighted safety shot from Shaun Murphy, finding the thin edge of the red. Perfect line, perfect pace. Now, is there a thin edge available for Judd, left of the pink? It would seem so. Yeah, there was, and finding a similar path to Shaun, and now Shaun's in trouble. A little smirk from Judd there, possibly left the exact same shot again. This will be the 4th time now this shot has been played. There must be a very thin edge of the red available just past the pink. Well, there was more than a thin edge. There was quite a big edge, and he's caught a little too much of it than he would have liked, Judd Trump.
All about potting this red and skirting the congestion. Murphy did neither.
I can ask for it. I can't promise it. Just to check one over the thing. Obviously they are for the audience, but I will have to ask. Yeah. No, I get where you're coming from. I have to ask that.
Again, not happy with something in his line offside. The second time today, he's vehemently complained.
Yeah, I think this time he's talking about the monitors in the arena. There's two monitors just behind the black spot that are angled away from play, but they must be slightly in vision. And as Shaun, the point he's making is, as he's about to play the shot, the camera angle that we see on the screen changes to the behind the pocket, and as that change in camera angle happens, Shaun can see that. Yeah, the guys behind the scene are just turning these monitors off, which is good to see. You know, the reason they're there is for the crowd to see them, basically.
100%.
They are angled away.
No, it's just because obviously they are for the audience. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, no. Thanks.
Of course, Murphy is now at the stage where his next shot might be his last shot. Trump has made breaks of 67, 72, 49, 93 and 67 in the match. The gap between the two reds was just big enough to make what seemed like a very good chance for a plant go astray. And look at the table now. Shaun Murphy, fill your boots.
Well, we've seen Judd knock in at least one big plant in this match already. But that one went astray. As you say, look at the reds now. Although the reds are spread nice, the colours aren't. The black is out of commission. When Shaun pots the pink, it may not be available into any pockets other than the right middle. Possibly the left one as well. So he'd like to try and pot this pink, or in a few shots' time, lay up on the reds around the pink spot, just open it up completely. Yeah, he's perfect now. He can just pop this red to left corner, play a little cannon to the red directly to the right of it, hold for pink to right middle. And that will at least open the pink a fraction more.
Only 2 contributions of any substance from Shaun Murphy today. 65 in the 4th frame from an outstanding red. And of course that's 67 clearance to force a respotted black, which he ultimately potted in frame 7. Crowd appropriately applaud that, because with cue ball and object ball close together, that kind of semi-blind pot can be missed.
20.
Immense concentration from Shaun Murphy here. You can see all the cogs turning in his mind, just making absolutely sure
25.
he knows how he's going about this break. It's very important to think clearly in moments like this. It can almost seem like you have too many options when the reds are spread, as they are. Try and just keep it as simple as possible.
26. Now just ask everyone to check whether their phones at least on silent, please. There have been a disturbance by the table. Thank you. It's just because the player might be put off.
Just getting his head together. A mobile phone going off, that's something that happens all over the place. That's the kind of disturbance these players get used to.
Yeah, and he's done well to just laugh it off there, Shaun, because sometimes in high pressurised situations it can just affect the player in a different way.
31.
You know, let's not forget what's at stake here. It's double your money time. They're on £100,000 at the minute. Win today, you've got a chance at the big one. These are very important exchanges.
$32.
Life on the edge.
Got this red to left corner. He's got a nice big corridor to send the cue ball around. Just pump it round 2 cushions back out for blue or the pink.
Not reached a ranking event final since the Championship League in the summer of last year. Since then, some disappointing form, but of course, by getting to the final of the recent Shanghai Masters, Murphy showed he's on the road to better things.
45.
Mentioned earlier, he's made a bit of a habit of having a poor season and then following it up with a really good season, and this campaign was very important for Shaun Murphy. A lot of points coming off from 2 years prior. Started this season brilliantly well. Obviously the win over me in Championship League was the turning point for him.
Undoubtedly. He told me that, actually. Not.
But to put this match into even more perspective, were he to win it, with the money already accumulated this season, it would take his season earnings greater than all of last season so very early on in this campaign. So it just highlights what a massive match this is for him. Of course, it's not about the money for these guys. They want to get this.
'57.
And players on the circuit know this. When he won the Tour Championship, he was outstanding. When he won the Players' Championship, he was unbeatable. And if he gets into that pot of red from distance, make a big break mode, Shaun Murphy could win anything.
Little tap on the table from myself there for Shaun for this contribution, because yes, they've all been there, but he had to stand up still and do it, had to overcome a number of distractions as well. Sometimes that can be very difficult. He's made this break look very easy. As I say, sometimes when the balls are like that, there can be too many options. He's done very well here, keeps his hopes alive.
72.
Shaun Murphy's highest break of the match, and he keeps the match alive. Judd Trump can't shake him off. It's 5-4.
A final frame decider in the first ever semi-final at the Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters. Ken, that was preposterously captivating.
It was